Say you've been brainwashed without saying you've been brainwashed. It's so funny how people are like, homeschool kids are weird. Weirder than a 5-year-old little girl calling and using at least 100 words of profanity, telling some 9-year-old she's gonna his head off with a pew-pew. Because my kids would never talk like that. People are going to say it's learned in the home. Well, no kidding, it's learned in the home. But guess what? You're sending your kid to school with 30 other kids in their class that you don't know what goes on in their home. Aside from that, what about all these teachers that are constantly being called out for having relationships with these young kids? And that's just the ones that we find out about. When I was in school, one of the guys I was wanting to date told me, oh yeah, like I had gotten all these services and favors from this teacher. And I was like, you're kidding me. It's way more common than you think. On top of that, all of the things that happen at the schools where people are afraid to send their kids because of people coming in, you know what I'm talking about? Okay, I don't have to worry about that in my home. And we definitely believe in the right to bear arms. So if anybody ever tried to come to my home and do that, we'd be protected. It is one parent to, in my situation, 4 kids. And my kids also have special needs. So we've done the public school thing, and guess what? They just wanted my son there for funding. They'd stick him in a classroom and let him play with blocks all day. When that kid is smart as a freaking whip. He's so good at math. He's so good at his letters. But because he has autism, they just wanted to pretend like he had no value. He was just there to give them a check every month, but they didn't want to actually educate him. 1 mom to 4 kids versus 1 teacher to 32 kids. I think my kids are getting a lot more one-on-one time. On top of that, I get to take my kids out to go do tons of different things. We're learning about solids and liquids. Great. We're going to the ice cream shop that day. We're having fun. Not all children learn the same, and schools are put in place for those typical A-type behavior kids, which is great for those kind of kids that want to grow up and be 9-to-5 busy bee workers. I don't want my kids to be 9-to-5 busy bee indoctrinated workers. I want them to be able to start their own businesses so they work for themselves. So when stuff like 2020 happens, they don't get stuck in the I have to or I don't. No, you don't have to. You get to make a choice for yourself. So yeah, I mean, if that's weird, if you think that that little girl is normal and that behavior is normal, I dare say that there's something wrong with you.